Good evening and welcome here to the third round of the Jena GT Masters. Here from beautiful Westhill, it's a clear day, 49 laps to go. And the grid is already set. And we're going to start in a few minutes. On pole position, it's Heuskel in front of Walter, Ivanov and Darkovic, the top four. Fifth is Kettler, fifth Tanskanen, sorry. Then we've got just the safety cars warming up for the start of the race. Maresh in seventh, in front of Lagokash, Leibniz, Lavrikov, and Dashkiewicz, who had to move down 10 places. He qualified in second originally, but the penalty affects his starting position. 13th Barbosa, 14th Doriats, then Velnikov, Rantala, Bernard, Slatev, Cerejo, and Durelli. Martin Capel racing in grid 1 this time, in front of Frankowski, Wojtkowiak, Todorov, Stepiewski, Krushik, Giosetti, Cipolla, Sofianic, Melendez in 30th, and 31st and last is Martinez. Oh no, we've got just 30 cars on the grid, so he's 30th and last. Little problems, it seems, for Ivanov, who had to leave the server. And the start of the race, and in a few minutes my co-commentator Dom Engel is okay. We've got someone with a toilet emergency still, so we're just waiting for him to come back. So yeah, it's Westhill, which is kind of a nice track for high-speed racing. So it is quite remarkable to see some number of FXR racing here. While we go into the formation lab, chat's closed. So Tuscanen is leading the field. It's a Jenna 1, 2, 3 for now. As we enter the second sector of this track. A left, right, left combination followed by the twisty and infamous chicane of Westhill. Here we return to the next long straight. And we cross the second sector to enter the final one. Opened by this chicane and a sweeping section, and finished by the long left-hand hairpin. There's going to be a mandatory pit stop, which has to be served in pit stop window, which won't open until the 6th lap. Pace car is pulling away. Heuskel has the right to start the race first. 100 kph starting pace, and now wait for the green flag. And we're on our way. Green flag's out. Heuskel leading the single file start, but a close pack behind. Some cars might...
Indeed. Hello, by the way.
Hello. Tanskan with a slide through turn 2. 3 wide. But Kettler pulls out to leave them all alive.
Yeah, you gotta be very careful now in these few corners. Better to space yourself out a bit, especially in front of the chicane.
Yeah, especially since I see Lagokash and Todorov already behind quite a bit. Oh, and cars off in gravel in that infamous chicane. Martin is the one, and I couldn't recall the other.
Not Laguka's car, is it? But that's already battered as well.
No, it's already.
I think it's Todorov. It's car 118. Because he's dead last.
No, they both had something in turn 1. But either way, lap 1 is about to be finished in just a few seconds.
It's gonna get interesting around the top 3 again. With Niki Dakovic being right there in the mix. Ooh, I'm very close door to door racing.
Nearly touring car style here. Ooh, Tanskan.
Oh, big slide from Tanskan.
And a big lag. Oh, he's back.
He's back. Maresh goes past. In a very colourful car. Well, technically only has 4 colours, but looks very colourful. But yeah, it looks like the XR is not quite as strong as some thought around this circuit. Oh, we also have quite a nice battle going on around the bottom top 10 area. Dashkevich.
Oh,
Double too
Barbosa!
wide. Oh, Barbosa. I think he almost got spun there for a second.
I think he lifted the gas pedal just to avoid him spinning off the other car.
Yep. And he's now going to fight against Rantala. Again, of course, very hectic opening laps here at Westhill. Just like the last two races. Oh, and there's an accident! Or there's been contact and Slativ's gone off in the background. He's gonna lose quite a few positions, but let's focus on Barbosa and Rantala for now. Also takes a bit of time for the XRs to kind of fire up with the R3 tires. They are harder to heat up.
Obviously, you don't want to be a tire stack in that chicane.
No. That's probably one of the least popular professions. Oh, we have someone going under the wall. It's Lagukas.
Again?
Yes, it is.
Again, something happened to him.
Indeed. Oh, and that car doesn't look very good.
Yeah.
But actually isn't broken.
I think he headed it straight into the wall to avoid the damage to the suspension.
Yeah, well, he got a bit of left rear, upper lower, and a bit of toe, but back to some more XRs in the form of Dakovic and Maresh. Team Virus car 109 of Dakovic versus the 87 of Maresh. Anti-Walter sets the first fastest lap of the race with a 1:35.09. Maresh around Dakovic, so not a bad smooth start to Dakovic's race. I mean, he didn't have the best of runs last round, did he?
No, he hadn't. He fell back quite significantly right after the start due to a very strange accident. And now he's already has to look into the mirror to not let everyone else pass.
Almost got under attack by Tanskan through turn 2.
Oh,
and someone was off ahead. Was that Walter? Walter was off ahead. Surely he's gonna be had. Yes, Dakovic goes past like it's, well, nothing really. It's like a pass between a GT1 and a GT2. And I mean, he has something to prove. I think he won GT1 challenge, then wasn't eligible for anything, and is now back to, I think, prove a point in a way or another. Oh, and Walter!
Into the wall, hard into the wall.
Oh, and that's suspension damage. That's quite bad suspension damage. Can't really go to the pit lane because everyone's going past him on the wrong side. Oh, and Sofjanic joins the spectators, so Boss Podium's podium candidate is also from last race, I may point out, not from this race. Is also not exactly having the best of days.
Quite a remarkable
Dorelli, and Sergio. Oh dear. I think they make contact in that fast spot. Left-hander. Oh, and someone spun off. It's that Steplevsky, yeah. Steplevsky caught out by the lack of a curb on the exit of turn 4. And also with a very second-hand right front suspension now. And probably if you tried to sell that as second-hand, you'd be in prison, actually. And he's gonna be easily had by his teammate. Further up, I think we have Katila and oh well, good question. Is it Leibniz?
I would guess so.
Fighting for P7, that's for sure.
Or Leibniz.
P6,
maybe.
Sorry.
Yeah, P6 now.
Ooh! Whoa!
The slipstream
was
at the wrong.
That was some understeer there from Leibniz, and Lavrikov is right behind to try and yeah, profit from that. He's also being handled by Dashkevich, who's probably not that happy after being declassified. A bit, well, in the qualifying results at least. Oh, Dashkevich and Lavrikov to the inside on the back straight. Better FZR brakes should pay off here. Oh, Lavrikov gives him a little nudge, gets into a slide. Oh dear, oh dear. But Dashkevich is through into P8, started P12, so that's already 4 up. Oh, and Lavrikov's gone off. Lavrikov's gone off into the wall. Not very heavily, but it's gonna cost him lots of time. Probably gonna be overtaken by his teammate here in a second. Yep, past he's gone. And now it's sitting behind for at least a couple of corners. And not Lagukas, very sorry. Lavrikov's trying to come back at his teammate. Oh, runs a bit wide in the draft, which is obviously a very nice feature around Westhill. Let's see, can he get a better exit out of the last corner? Close, but I don't think it's quite enough. A few meters out there. We also have a Dovias versus Velikov. And our first couple of pit stops by Steplevsky and Giosetti, and also Slatev.
Taking 3 pit stalls right behind each other.
What a lucky 3. Oh, but Ovias was very lucky for the tires to disappear there. Otherwise, he probably would have plowed through them. Kapal is making a move for P12, last of the Dirty Dozen. Wasn't the NASCAR Chase Cup the Dirty Dozen?
I think so.
Yeah, okay. Well, not anymore. It's more than 12 races now, isn't it? For the chase, or is it less?
I think it's still. I think it's still 10.
Is it 10?
10, yeah.
Oh, Barbosa into the pits. Oh, Labrikov and Bernard at it again. Walter also pits, probably that damage of his. He'll be kicking himself for that mistake. But still can't get through. Lavrikov, that is. Ooh, Wojkowiak behind with a bit of a excursion there. And behind we have the bus parade, which is being led by car 82. And that's for P17.
Yeah, the famous bus wars.
Indeed.
All over Westhill.
And well, I'm quite surprised there are that many buses, because after all, it's Westhill. I heard from a relatively reliable source that there's only one FZR in Grid 2, which is amazing.
Oh. Alright.
Oh, but Sippela's in the slipstream. Goes to the inside through the kink, and well, it's a bit of a dip there in the corner, and should stay ahead through turn 2. Yep. And now Kruschik should find a way past, and indeed he has. Row! Ooh. Bit of a slidey move there.
And the AMG car is now 2 places down.
Yeah, he basically lost 2 places in a space of 3 corners, really.
Battle for 10, no, 9, 8. Fedoriat's around Lipiniaks.
Indeed he is. And Velikov also waiting to pounce. Velikov behind in the green car. Lightning's in the core colored car, which is incidentally a core car.
Good if it's core colored. Otherwise it would be a bit bad in terms of several reasons.
Yes. And back in the slipstream, he's got a good run from that distance. Nicely through T1, sorry, and now T2. And also Leibniz gets the worst of the draft. And maybe Martin Kapal can now do something about it. I would have expected, looking at tires of many drivers, as Durelli and Cerejo on the pits, I would have expected...
Lex.
Oh, he's back.
Yeah, he's back.
I would have expected many of the XR drivers to run their tires more aggressively. Because that's not what we're seeing right now. What we're seeing is, on most cars, like... Oh, and he's timed out! Velikov's just timed out, so that's... Well, that's not just that position, that's that race gone.
Very quick rejoin, but this doesn't help you anymore.
I think he knows. So yeah, Leibniz gets his place back without having had to do anything. almost like getting your pension when you're a politician. We have Melendez, car 114, which is the highest place of the FXRs. Also in a bit of a... oh, and we've got Frankowski and Martinez being side by side up the start-finish straight. Frankowski in the green FZR, Martinez in the orange bus. Ooh, Frankowski off the road on the exit of 2. Also got danger on his number plate, maybe that's what the danger was about.
Someone was in the grass, I just saw the dust kicking up, and it must be Rantala.
Ooh.
I think who has lost about 5 positions.
He's right in front of Frankowski, Nina. Oh well, yeah, indeed, he's now in P17. And he must have been in the wall, because the car doesn't deform itself just on its own. He's got... oh, that'll be bad to drive. He's got quite a bad right front toe damage, and if you don't want anything around Westhill, it's toe damage. That won't be driving nicely. Burnett. Oh no, and Burnett goes off into the wall! Oh, and he goes off into the wall after some lag contact with a car. I'm not sure what, well, and there he goes out of the race for that matter. Meanwhile,
and pits.
Ivanov leads, Heuskell third now. And Todorov in the pits indeed.
And Katila is taking the rally. For a moment I thought he would also take a look at Tanskan.
Well, he might do so, he's in the draft. This depends on his corner exit here. I think he's a few meters too far back. Unless he somehow finds a way to increase downforce. There they pass Todorov, who's coming out of the pits. Not the best pit exit here, to be honest, again. But, well, what can you do?
Grabbing some machinery and pave another bit of the grass.
Oh, Rantala in the pits, as I thought he would be.
Lagokash also.
Yes. Two very deformed... again, lots of early pit stops. Mainly due to damage this time, not like last round.
Last round where we saw plenty of pit stops. Very
early on in the race, yeah. For no other reason than that there were pit stops. And just now everyone's decided to crash in pits. It's calmed down a little bit. We've got Dashkiewicz, who just had a bit of a dive down the inside of Todorov to put a lap on him. He's in P7. Some very nice tyres. Very nice and green, good looking tread pattern, optimum temperature. He's a tyre manufacturer's dream at the moment. 27 runners left out of 31 started. 2 DNFs, 1 timeout, which is also a DNF, technically. Melendez is in the pits, so maybe that high position for a bus was aided by a light fuel load. We still have Katila trying to work away in the back of Henry Tanskanen. White genuine racing car versus the black, or very, very dark grey world-class Lions car. And I think he might just be close enough, but it's too late on the straight.
Ooh, okay. I thought for a moment he would
open him, yes. I think he was waiting for it, and then you won't. Let's not hit him. Of course, this race marks the end of the first half of the season for GT Masters in 2014. And I think it's internationally currently the only league. Except for Live for Speed PE and Torgstarker race, I think.
And City Liga.
And Ronnie's event. That only started 20 minutes ago.
Yeah, at least signing up for it is possible from now on.
Yeah, and it's still possible for GT Masters, so... join! And drive. Also still have Sipola in his very spotty car, and Kruschik to close together in the buses. Kruschik in the ST car behind, the lime green car. But it's more like the battles we see now, that's more like trying to go the pace of the guy in front and waiting for a mistake. Not really any any real fighting in it. Just got myself confused by watching people lapping each other and being in their draft, and they were close, and it confused me.
We already have Lapri.
Indeed we do. Well, with so many early pit stops. It's not exactly a small penalty to do a pit stop here, actually. Quite a big penalty. Which is why I'm sure that the people who did pit early aren't really thinking that they have the optimum strategy. Because under normal circumstances they don't. But yeah, to come back to the season talk, we have, well, this today, as Martin Nepal pits, is the third and last round before the halfway mark of the season at Westhill. We are still, well, we still have 3 races to go at somewhat more unusual tracks for GTRs, well, at least 2 of them, being FE3, SO4, which is probably the most unusual one. And oh, Tanskanen and Katila. Katila got round Tanskanen and completely missed it. Ooh, and they're still fighting for P5. Oh, that was a bit of a touch there from Katila on the back of Tanskanen's car. Let's better follow them this time. But yeah, it marks the end of the first half of the season, and I think you can, even from your point, admit it's probably an improvement over the numbers of last season so far.
Yeah, obviously. We have 2 grids, which is enormous. We had 30 starters today, at the third round, quite good numbers.
And we still have, currently, for anyone who's wondering, 21 cars running in Grid 2. There were more that started, I know that, so they've not had it smoothly either. But the ones still running are still running, which is the most obvious statement I've made this year. Thilo should be in the draft again. Or not. I think he is, but the straight's too short, as so often.
Was just these 50 centimeters too far behind to get the drag. The drag.
Well,
for some people, it's
we at Genuine Racing Events do not support any performance-enhancing substances. At least not if you tell us. If you keep it to yourself, we probably won't ever find out. At least I'll admit that, unlike the people behind the Tour de France.
The World Anti-Doping Association actually states in their documents that for racers, caffeine is banned.
How can you even enforce that?
I think it's not really enforced. I think there is some limit that you may drink about 6 or 7 coffees in 10 minutes and still are under that.
Oh, Thilo again. Got a good run round the outside.
But motorsports is the only sport where the World Anti-Doping Association actually puts...
Oh, contact!
Oh dear.
Was a bit tight there. Not sure he had well, I'm not going to say he didn't have enough room, but he didn't have an absolute load of room there.
Yeah, but he's now on the inside.
For the last corner. But you don't want to be in front of the last corner. You want to be in front before the first corner. And I think that's what Thilo is going to do now, because he's just going to come back at him. Don't time it too late, sunshine. There we go. F1 aero rules unleashed. Oh, side by side through the first corner. And Tanskanen has to back out there. Otherwise he would have gone straight on.
As we've seen earlier already.
And Thilo has gone through, indeed we did. And it's not a nice gravel trap, this one in turn 1, because once you go into it far, it falls away again, which means there's no way you're gonna get out in a two-wheel drive car. Not even in the FZR. Oh, we also have a battle in the pit class, I think, between Melendez, car 114, and car 15, which is Walter, which is for P18, if I'm not wrong.
Indeed.
Melendez goes through. I'm referring to the pit class I'm referring to is the cars that have already pitted. This isn't multi-class racing. Just to make sure no one gets confused. Because usually the guy who gets confused the most is me anyways.
Which causes several problems at times.
Yes, indeed it does. I'm much better at doing either commentary or adminning. Oh my god.
Marish in luck.
Indeed he is. I just flicked through to him. Oh my god. There he is, still pointing in the right direction, but I'm sure if he wasn't awake before, he is now.
It was such a brown pants moment.
Indeed it was.
And this is always a problem if you have a car about to lose the grip from the street and you're approaching it.
Yeah, you never know which way it's gonna be thrown. Especially when it's a tank slapper. You don't know on which swing the driver's gonna lose it. Or if at all. The LFS, I think it's quite okay to catch slides, as Maros Labs Rantaler here. I mean, in R Factor, I think that probably would have been... That would have been it, I think. He would have been pointing the wrong way, and probably in the wall with several bits of bodywork missing. At times we can be happy that LFS damage model is quite forgiving.
Yeah, but at other times it is not as nice to have it that forgiving.
Oh, Wojkowiak and Frankowski.
Frankowski in the green car, Wojkowiak in that reddish, purplish.
Well, in the virus skin, but
yeah,
he's still not registered for Team Virus in the championship, which is very strange.
And there is the comeback for the 77 of Frankowski.
Yep, and Wojkowiak's honking away. Oh,
nearly touching each other, and then Wojkowiak is through.
Well, we would have jinxed a crash if we had said, I hope they leave each other room. Then would have been bound to have a crash.
Probably.
But yeah, Wojkowiak through for now. Or through again, or ahead. Yeah, he's ahead. Let's leave it at that.
Yeah, ahead he is.
Oh, Tanskanen and Katila again. Tanskanen in front out of the last corner. Katila very much in striking distance. Oh, around the outside. Let's see. Oh, Tanskanen got loose there on the inside and lost the place. So that's Katila back through. I'm wondering if they're losing time at all from doing this, or if they're just bored, because I think they're losing time because Dashkiewicz is approaching quite quickly from behind. There he is in that nice black and yellow car, which is easy to pick out from the others, unless there's another one.
But today there isn't another black and yellow one?
Indeed there isn't.
The car closest to it might be the core car. Yeah. But this is more orange and reddish than that straight
and a lot
yellow.
More black.
And a lot more black and white also.
So after all, it looks like that we have two main championship contenders for the Drivers' Championship this season. And one of them's leading, and the other one's fourth. And the one that's fourth, I think, would like that situation to be the other way around. And, well, I think you could allude to who I'm talking about.
Is it Niki Dakovic?
Yes, and
Ooh.
I think he would like to have his nice blue and grey and white and yellow car with red logos
and SpongeBob SquarePants
and SpongeBob SquarePants on the roof. In first position, because he lost out quite a bit, and it looks like it's gonna be again the typical two-horse fight we are used to from GT Masters and GT1 Challenge. This is obviously the first GT Masters season that is kind of in the GT1 Challenge time frame through the winter. until about the end of April. Tanskanen being held up a bit by lap traffic. That could help Dashkevich.
He also gets some help, some slipstream by the 151 of Giorsetti.
Indeed he has. Past he goes. Oh, 38 crush check in the pits. In the STFXR. Let's watch our two best mates again, Thilo and Tanskanen. Best focus it on Tanskanen, because he's kind of being sandwiched between trying to chase and being chased.
Tough task.
Yes. Well, it's not as tough as only being chased, because at least you have something to look away for from the rearview mirror. Because there's a car in front of you, you want to be in front of. We're in lap, well, at least most of the leaders is now in lap 27 of 49, 48 of which are scored. The latter 48, that is, of course. So we are more than halfway through the race already. Just.
Yeah, just about. Still, we haven't seen a number of cars in the pits.
Indeed, everyone above P14 hasn't pitted yet. It's simply and the safety car, which is in well, sorry, pace car, which is in P28. It's not very safe. It's only a pace car, especially after it almost crashed last round. It can't be described as safe, or safe even.
Well, safer than the R-Factor 2 safety cars.
Which just drive through the field and leave lots of carnage behind, you mean?
Yeah, we've got a South American battle for P19. Melendez and Martinez.
In the pit class again.
In the pit class, both for Team America. And the number 115 from Chile is through.
I couldn't even tell you where Melendez is from. And I can't exactly check because I'm doing the camera. I think it's either Mexico or Argentina.
I think Argentina, but don't
think it's Argentina,
fix me on it.
yeah.
Walter and Kapal. Seems like an easy pass for Walter.
Oh, we have got a car on the gravel! We've got a car on the gravel! In turn 1. It's 82. It's
Cerejo.
Indeed it is.
Who does a good job of not driving straight onto the racing line again.
And also tries to make sure his number plate is correct, because he threw up a lot of dust there for other people to eat.
Eat dust.
Oh, and Rantala retires. So that's our 4th retirement. Just halfway through the race, remember to get points for whatever position you're ranked in the results, you have to complete at least 75% of the race distance. Which includes the formation lap.
Which is a very kind move.
Let's go back to our group of 3 for the 5th, 6th and 7th.
Who seem to have a no combat agreement.
Exactly.
They are just outside of each other's slipstream.
Whoa! I thought for a second Tanskanen was gonna have a massive slide there. Looked like it from the TV camera.
It looked like it from the chase cam as well.
Well, at least from the LFS TV camera, not from the TV camera you're seeing. Let's point that out.
We don't see what you see, which is as true as philosophical.
Indeed.
Ooh, Catula with a mistake, and now that's
Indeed.
pretty good chance.
Could be a good chance for Tanskanen, but the straight isn't long enough. As so often. Oh, and now Tanskanen made a small mistake. Running a bit wide out of that left-right combination. Oh, will he have to slipstream? Yes, he should. But it's very late. Is it enough? Yes, it is. Here we go. Here goes nothing. Down the inside. A bit over the grass there from Tanskanen, but past he goes. And quite safely as well. Into P5. Car 5s and P5. How suiting's that? And now Thilo will have to deal with Dashkevich. Dashkevich very close out of that corner. Good exit there. Will he dive down? No, he lifts off. Doesn't want to be in front of the last. Doesn't want to be in front before the last corner. Wants to get a good exit here, and I think he's got it. But I don't think Thilo had a bad enough exit actually. He's within reaching distance, but reaching distance often isn't enough. Don't throw away, not more. Whoa, big oversteer moment for both of them actually. Dashkevich a bit more than Thilo.
Yeah, he additionally had grass with the right rear.
On the right left.
On the right left tire, right. On the really right left tire.
Indeed.
Or on the right tire left. Open brackets, insert words, other sentences like that, brackets close.
What do you mean stuff like the left tire noticed that the right tire left, so the left tire said right and left as well?
Yeah, things like that. That's the commentary line of the year.
If there was still such a thing.
Oh yeah.
Oh, Kapal, about to make an overtake, which is a rhyme actually. And Krushchik in the 38 ST car. Oh, and he's honking his horn, which means he was displeased with the tire delivery he got in the chicane. Kapal is in P18 and he is 6th out of the cars that have pitted already.
And Martin, who raced the race 1 in grid 2. Now in the slipstream, which Krushchik tries to brake, and I think he was successful.
Yeah, I think he was. Oh, but Kapal gets the raft now.
Which means it's not as good as he if he would have gotten it earlier. Or he simply waits for the next straight. Still a couple of laps to go. No hurry. Melendez!
Oh, Melendez times out.
And we've lost him.
Another car, that's down to 25 out of 30. Let's see how grid 2 is going, just numbers wise. Oh, 17 are left there. And so I think they lost about 9 or so. But Kapal makes the move. Down the inside, passed well before the corner. Will he make a mistake into the turn? No. Move enough. And takes a position, which is P17 for now. Sipola in the pits.
He'll lose some positions, but I think he might get out in front of Martin Kapal.
He'll not get in front of Barbosa. The Gukas will go past, and Walter will go past. So yeah, he's gonna be out in front of Kapal. Oh, and then it's in grid 2. The leader just timed out.
Who was it?
Belanzada timed out. Mr. Let's push it just another lap further from last race.
Yeah, just remember.
Oh dear, that could have gone substantially better for him. Well, this and last race actually.
It's always a pity if you time out in the lead.
Oh, it's just like being stabbed. Or probably with less significant long-term consequences.
Probably. I still remember that one iRacing race I was leading.
Yep, just like Ivanov, who's leading right now. In case you've forgotten what his car looks like.
Yeah, it reminds one of the Castrol liveries of earlier days.
If I'm not wrong, the first design of that skin, it wasn't actually green and red. I think it was blue. The green was blue.
Aha.
Which means it looked like the French flag. Oh, and Laguka's left. So down to 24 we go. Oh dear. Second is still Maresh here, who is the only driver who's got an argument with the TBI director GUI because it can't display his last letter, or last letter in his name. And it's just Mare bold square. third is pole sitter Heuskel, and in P4 is still Nikitakovic, and he together with Ivanov, they are the championship contenders. They are the ones who are gonna fight it out. And while it probably looks like it's quite in favor of Ivanov right now, you never know what happens. It's still 3 races, and Firm Bay is not exactly an easy track, and AS3 is for sure not an easy track to defend your position, which is going to be where the finale is at. And in between that we have, of course, the only city track in LFS, which is South City. Shocker horror. I'd like it to be Long Beach, to be honest. That would be awesome. Let's visit our night. Tanskanen still leads it after having overtaken Thilo, and Katila is still very much in front of that yellow car of Dashkevich for Conquest Racing. There's not too much going on right now. Oh, Ivanov in! Ivanov in. That's relatively early, that's end of lap 35. Where will he come out? Well, it will obviously be well in front of the pit class, but where exactly? He should be out just in front of Vadovias if he's doing it right. No, just behind Vadovias. Speed advantage was just 2. Vadovias overtakes him, so he rejoins in P8 for now. And Maresh leads. And he's still got... Well, actually, he hasn't got anywhere near as much meat on his tyres as I thought an XR could probably have. Oh, and Heuskel goes through the tyres. Oh, well, not through the tyres, but through a tyre stack. That didn't sound very good. But
again, it's not my favorite job around this track. It wouldn't be.
No. Oh, Slatev and Steplevsky. There they are. Bit of contact there. Sorry for the slow camera work. Steplevsky lets through Lavrikov and locks up in the process. Now Slatev is gonna move by the side of the road. Maresh in the pits and Heuskel in the pits, and that means Djakovic takes over the lead. Oh, and Katila also in, so this is the leader's pit stop round. 36 laps.
Heuskel also?
Yes, indeed.
Heuskel back on track, and Todorov is already a lap down in comparison to him.
Well, not anymore, but he probably will be again by the end of the race. So that means Djakovic here leads now. And he's got quite good tyres actually. He's got nice, almost even on the right side wear-wise. I wouldn't be surprised if he's gonna try and stretch it till really the last moment and gain something. Also very good tyres for Dashkevich, actually. The good meat on the right front. Even though it's an R2 R3 setup like most FZRs, if not all. And yes, Djakovic goes on again. And in comes Tanskanen. Ooh, squirrely braking. I don't know, I think I started that as a trend, to be honest. Oh, and he got a puncture! Braking for the pit stall. I had to reverse back into it, that cost him a few seconds.
But could have been a lot worse.
Yeah, obviously. So he didn't pit one lap too soon. And off he goes. Didn't need too much fuel. Fresh tires slapped on there and off he goes. Will be interesting now to see who of the leaders does pit. Well, we've got Katila and Tanskanen back together actually. Katila has slight woman. Oh my god, he
was blocked by Dorelli.
He's still being blocked by Dorelli. That's a bit unsportsmanlike. And he is censoring his own swears in the car by using the horn a lot right now.
Which is not forbidden here.
Whoa! Through the tires! Through the tires all over.
For a second I thought he was landing on the tire, which would have been catastrophic.
Yeah, just a bit.
Oh,
now Dorelli is... What the hell is Dorelli doing? Is he out of his... And now he's crashed himself using Tanskanen. Well, that's... What on earth was that all about?
He's now lost.
I think he even might have pushed Soeren off. But yeah, back to Tanskanen.
Ooh, Katila with a little contact, I think.
Oh,
So I haven't heard.
Those two will not be happy with that.
The only thing that might be, well, halfway okay about the situation is that both were having trouble with Dorelli and no one got an extreme advantage. Not an extreme advantage, someone got an advantage, but
well,
they're still together.
Looking
at the car in the wall.
Ooh.
The black car.
That's Giossetti here in P24. He's got a Chevy logo on the side made out of Chevy logos. I just noticed.
Okay.
Not that the logo is there, but that it's made out of Chevy logos. That's interesting.
Interesting.
Indeed. And Vadovias dives to the pit lane. That nice and grey Conquest car. I would say there are about 50 shades of grey on that car.
Ooh. There we go.
Yeah, and let's undermine the street quality even more. Off he goes again. He should come out right in front of Wojkowiak. Who's coming along there? It hasn't pitted yet, according to TV Director at least. And the TV Director is the holy grail of LFS broadcasting, so it must be right. Whoa! Oh my god! Oh my god! I think I have just lost. Oh my god! Okay. I shall explain myself. Todorov was sliding across the road on the inside of turn 5, the left-hander after the banked right-hander without the curb on the exit. Just as Heuskel came along and almost took him out. That was very, very close. Oh, and Dorelli having more fun?
Yeah.
Oh dear.
He didn't have the luck to hit the wall straight, but more with the left side, spinning
yeah.
3/4 around.
At least it's hard to tell from his car. I mean, it almost looks new. Except for the 2 massive corners that are missing.
At least one half of the car is about new. Dakovic out of the
Dakovic in the pits, and he's
behind.
Heuskel, and Heuskel takes 3rd again.
Close call.
Indeed, and Heuskel's got tires that are up to temperature, so not going to be a great out lap. Dashkevich here was also in the pit lane this lap. And now everyone has pitted except Wojkowiak, who is currently in 9th. And has very blue tyres.
Which is not always a good sign.
No, well, it's not that bad here because it's not really mechanical grip circuits in most parts. Zlatev versus Deblevsky. Deblevsky overtaking him there. Down the back straight. I hope these early pitters have really got the tyre life worked out, because Deblevsky's tyres look like they're getting closer to the end, and I wouldn't really bet money on them lasting 9 laps.
And seeing how much he slides doesn't help that impression.
No, that's okay, because his rears are fine, but his fronts are, especially his right front, yeah, it could be a bit thicker, for my taste.
Maybe he's got a different taste.
I bet it's blueberries. Barbosa and Walter are together. Core Racing v Genuine Racing, 2 XRs. Barbosa keeping in front out of the last corner, and I don't think that will be challenged down this straight at least. Oh, and Zlatev again at it against Deblevsky. This is for P19, so it's not far from the bottom, but it counts. Points are there for all positions. Whoa, getting very close to each other in the last corner there. But Zlatev has the slipstream. And the inside. Oh, whoa. No, don't do that.
Not even sure whose fault it was.
I'm not sure if it wasn't lag or not, but it wasn't safe. Whatever happens, it was a bit dodgy.
And now the car with the 888 Racing Engineering logo on the top.
Which 888 is that? Is that the UK one or the Aussie one?
Good question.
I think it's the Aussie one.
I think so too, because it also says Norton, which is also a sponsor in Aussie land.
Yeah, but I think what leads me more to that conclusion is I was on the 888 website the other day, and I think I remember that logo.
Okay, that's a better.
Also, our last pitter, Wojkowiak, out of the pits in P14. You know, I think we could have a battle on our hands, potentially, for third place, maybe, because Lappery's ahead, something could happen. Not that I'd wish for it. I'm probably the last person who'd wish for it. But, yeah, there's some lap cars ahead. And we could also have a battle for P6, which is surprisingly still between Tanskanen here and Thilo. Oh. Like we've been saying those two names in that order for the first time, or in the other way around, or the other way around for that matter.
How's the car count on grid 2? What did something happen?
Pardon me?
I just asked if what the car count of grid 2 is currently like.
Oh, grid 2, let me check. It's still 17.
Oh, that's good.
I had a moment out of my mind because I had a small... Because I went out of the window and then switching back to it, I had a small lag and suddenly there was a car spinning at 250 and I was...
Oh dear, yeah, okay.
Nothing serious. Ooh, Katila. Which is, by the way, Katila for... Oh, he's getting closer. Got a bit of baking right front tire. I mean, I think, yeah, he's just those few meters too far away again. Yeah, talking about the early pitters, I think Mr. Barbosa should be safe. Mr. Walter should just about be safe. Still not sure about Mr. Steblewski in P19. Here. And behind him is Slatev, who's being lapped. It's not a battle. Calm down.
It's Heuskel getting around.
Indeed it is. He's got a Steblewski to go around as well in a minute. And I think Dakovic is closing a bit. That gap's been bigger, I think.
But just 4 laps left.
Indeed there are.
And there is also a car between Heuskel and him, which is Zlatev. What a nice transition this was.
Yes. There's Zlatev on your screen again, the splitter of a battle for the almighty third position.
At least it would be a position on podium.
Yes it is, indeed. Oh, Heuskel's being led by and Zlatev! And Nicky, where's Nicky gonna go in this?
Does he anywhere?
Well, whatever. Through is through. And now Zlatev versus Steblewski.
Yeah. Was a bit too easy on letting those guys pass. The fast ones. Or the faster ones.
Drag race down the back straight. Steblewski stays ahead due to the inside line and some brakes.
Using his ponies better.
Well, the best phrase for brakes I ever heard was stopping bits.
Stopping bits?
Yes. I think stopping bits is fantastic.
Make you slower devices.
Deceleration mechanism.
Nice.
It's probably what McLaren call it inside their company.
Or it's the negative acceleration.
Oh, Zlatev.
So he's out of touch.
I think he touched a cone, so he touched something.
But Zlatev.
Oh God, almighty, you totter off!
Don't put on a wheel on the green stuff. It's not really healthy.
I think, you know, this race so far, that corner has been proof why there should be a curb there. Oh my god, Todorov. He's also having quite an adventure in this race, that's for sure. Oh. Katila is in front of Tanskanen again.
Not sure what happened there, but there is a lap 3 on go. Oh, okay, it works.
Yeah, I think it's worked a bit better for Tanskanen.
Getting around the car.
Not quite
Oh,
better enough.
Rally against stationary again after that infamous chicane.
Oh, he's got proper damage this time. No point really switching to him right now, because you know what a car looks like, it's just more broken.
Yeah. 2 laps to go.
Indeed it is.
Top 3 seem to be saved. From my impression at least.
Yeah, well, at least without mistakes, it's quite safe. He said.
And mayhem started.
Oh, and Zlatev's fallen behind, so... Oh no, wait, that was because of Zlatev going off, wasn't it?
I think.
Yeah, I think I'm seeing things now that aren't really there. Oh dear. But, well...
And Todorov is now in the back of the blue car. With 1 lap to go.
That would be for 19th. So I think that would be 2 more points for Todorov. If he could pull it off. But it's a hard task to bust your way around cars faster on straights, especially at Westhill. Oh, Barbosa, and Walter to the outside for turn 2, gets around before. Barbosa's shown some dirty air and falls back, so that's Walter back into P11. When I say back into P11, up to P11, he used to be much higher than that. If only it didn't if it hadn't gone so wrong, that is. And, well, Ivanov's won the race already. Didn't ask... Oh, and he's running out of fuel. Oh, he calculated his fuel, right? Marish finishes in P2. 3rd is Heuskel. 4th is Jakovic. 5th is Dashkevich. And in 6th place we have Katila, Tanskan, and Vadovias, Lavrikov and Leibniz to finish off the top 10. 11th will be Anti-Valter, who comes over the line now. 12th is Barbosa. 13th will be Martin Kapal. 14th will be Sebastian Wojtkowiak. 15th is Sipola. 16th Frankowski. 17th Krushchik. 18th Martinez. 19th Steplewski. Todorov. Slatev in 21st. Terejo in 22nd. Durelli 23rd. And Jossetti finishes off in 24th position. So that's been, well, round 3 of GT Masters 2014 here at Westhill International.
Yeah. What was going on with the podium in Grid 2? Do you already have the results?
In Grid 2 we have Lukas Baliauskas winning in front of Carlos Persico and Borislav Botev. The top 3, it's XR, FXR, XR. Then we have the FXR class, or the rest of it, with Toon, a name I cannot pronounce. I think it's Krishkos, Korobeto Veleninov Bitsaris Valdez. In Grid 2, that's up to 9th place. Johansson gets P10. 11 goes to Szymanski. 12 to Napi, and Birch is in 13th. Ujeski is in 14th. Grabon 15th. Katila, the other Katila, in 16th. Yari Katila, that is. And Nicolas Sajchevsky in 17th. And that's all the 17 finishers of Grid 2 there in that order. So yeah, it's been, well, it's been a bit of a attrition race again in Grid 2, but they've had a reasonable amount of finishers and no fewer than they had last round. So Thilo, what do you make of the race?
It was in parts a bit, well,
chaotic.
Chaotic, yeah. It was hard to follow because of the chaos around. But
Indeed it was.
Well, after all, 24 finishes is quite a good number for a mid-season race.
Yeah, and the right people came out on top, so... Well, when I say the right people, the people who were the fastest and didn't have any meetings with any of the trackside walls. Well, as said before in the broadcast, this is the end of the first half of the season of GT Masters, round 3 here from Westhill. We'll see you again in 2 weeks from March 21st to 23rd, if I'm not wrong, at Jamaica, where everyone will be getting free marijuana, or not.
Yeah, the current...
Probably not.
The current world champion of walk sliding down ice track.
I thought you were gonna say the current world champion of smoking marijuana is from Jamaica.
No.
But yes, in 2 weeks, March 21st to 23rd, we'll see you from Fern Bay Gold. After that, another 3-week break until the South City race from April 11th to 13th, and then April 25th to 27th will be the ultimate race and last race of the season for GT Masters at Aston National. But let's not look too far into the future. Next round is Fern Bay. Very tight track, very short lap. Not a lot of overtaking spots, very narrow. It's going to be really more of an attrition race, I believe, than even this was, don't you think?
Might be. I think it's a very, very good place to retire from the race.
And also a good place to go around at 8.5 tenths and just score points. Especially for the FXR runners, because that's, of course, one of the London bus lane tracks. where they should excel. Yeah, well, you've seen 3 rear-wheel drive cars on the podium, and you are probably currently seeing that. And chances are that you won't see that in the next race, I believe.
Probably.
Anyways, if you would like to compete, sign-ups are as always open. Help us to exceed our personal bests. 150 entries already. All you have to do to also take part is sign up on elphasforum.com in Genuine Racing League subsection, and then pre-qualify yourself into the event, either into Grid 1 or Grid 2, depending on your skill level, and just go off and race. Everyone's welcome as long as they have an S2 license and can keep cars on track and be aware of their surroundings, more or less. So yeah, if you don't want to race and you just enjoy watching, feel free to tune in again in about 2 weeks' time, when we'll say hello to you from the nice, sunny and warm Jamaica and Firm Bay Gold. This has been Dominik Engel and Thilo Falkenberg, and probably still will be in 2 weeks unless we commit some serious crimes and have to go undercover and get new identities. So see you in about 2 weeks, if not exactly that, and have a good afternoon. Goodbye.